There we go. Okay. Wow. Welcome. Let's see. Okay. How do we start? How you guys doing? Let's see. I can apparently engage with my audience. It gave me a little notification, not my chat. Oh, it's regular stuff. Okay. It's got this weird blue one. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with. Weird. Okay. Stop. That. Close. Okay. So I gotta look at that the whole time. Just can't get rid of it. Can't get rid of a notification. That's great. Okay. Might be wondering why we're doing this again instead of like the movie. I realized that, I have, too much college homework, that it's just been constant, where I can't exactly, just, you know, have time to really stop working on college stuff and, work on anything else, or even, you know, have much of a normal life. So, welcome Mike, welcome White, welcome Judd. So this is kind of like my time to not work on homework, basically. So I was like, I want to get this one out of the way, just get this one done. So we're gonna, there it is. There's the new white formation derp picture. Yeah. So we'll get started in just a little bit. I guess we can start. I mean, we got most of the gang here, right? Let me just a couple more seconds. Make it more fair. Let's see. Yeah. Welcome, guys. It's always good to see you. I didn't just wake up an hour ago and then try to scramble to get everything here done. Made a different video. I'm so behind on everything, and but we'll get started. Boop boop a doo, and I can actually listen to. Oh, I can hear the music now. Oh my god. Welcome. Okay. So not much has happened in terms of all of this. So, most of it has just been focusing on my schoolwork. So we're having midterms soon, so it's even worse. Whereas I had to do an assignment for that week, plus this longer term midterm assignment as well. And I have like 6 classes, and everything's on a weekly schedule. So, you know. You'll have like a class, you know, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's like, okay, you get the assignment here, and it's like gonna be due by the next Monday. So here that's being done. So you get all these days to work on it, but whoops, you have another class with a different assignment on this day, and that's due here. But whoops, you have another and another and another, and so you kind of get this stack of like everything has to be due, you know. You get this like staircase step thing of like, well, this needs to be due, and then slowly each of them has to be like slowly done. So I don't have any time to actually. It feels like I only have like a couple days worth to actually get things done, and then I get one thing done, and then it's like, well, you spent all that time on one thing, so now you gotta do everything else that's also due before the end of the week, and it's like, yeah, great. So I get very, very close to like getting it done right before. So it's like, great. So I'm learning how to manage this maybe, but or at least knowing what kind of assignments these are, you know, especially art ones are taking a lot longer than I expected. So yeah, that's where I've been freaking out with that. I haven't been wasting time. I've just been using as much time as possible to work on all my homework, and then it's like, whoops, no more time for anything else. Literally anything. Like I skipped out on doing every couple of weeks I travel to visit my grandpa, and go down south to see him, and not that far, like an hour or so. And you know, it's nice to get away from this city and go and visit him. But it's like, yeah, I just had too much. So I was like, I just want to work on, you know, a larger art thing, or work on English and like read books and stuff. And I was like, I need a day. I need that day, because it'd be a whole day's worth doing that day trip. So it's like, well, either I go visit my family and actually have good times and memories with them, or I actually get my homework done so then I don't have late homework. So I was like, oh man. I just haven't been in school for over like 10 years, so I gotta get over that hump of like, you know, if I went back to high school, it'd be, I guess, a little easier, because then it'd be, you know, 2 or 3 classes kind of consistently throughout the year. But doing with college, it's like, you know, the next level up and way too complicated work. You know, all the assignments are like, the critiques are really tricky too. Where the critiques are like, yeah, you drew this line wrong, so B, B minus. It's like, man, they get really, really critical. And it's like, we do critiques of all of our peers, and put all of our work on a big board, and it's like, there you are, right on the fridge kind of whiteboard. And it's really fun to like kind of look how this one, you know, looks, and it's like, ugh. You know, just dripping and gross. And then you're just hoping that yours is okay, but then you see the next one and it's like, oh, and they're like perfect, and it's like, uh-oh. So you're gonna spend the most time talking about mine, where it's like, oh no, you're one little smudge here, that's a point deduction, you know. We gotta talk about this. Or like the teacher critiquing is like, yeah, that brings up a good point of how to not do things. And it's like, oh no, like I'm being an example of like not how to do things. Yeah, so it's been a lot of pressure and hard work. I'm trying to figure this out, so I'd like to get back here, and hopefully I can just have some fun with you working on this. Because last week we started the storyboard for this, so I can kind of show that what we got. I guess I can just mute it. So, has anyone ever, like, in between found, like, some of these videos where it is something like this? Where it's the, put your thumb on the, put your finger next to the screen and then pretend that things are happening? Any of you, done anything like that? Or seen videos like that? Ugh. Let's see. I'm just timing this out so it's a little bit slower. I'm going with my... You'll see that I have 2 waveforms out here. One of them is the my original music, which I started last week as well. And the other one is the actual TikTok song that everyone's using, the viral song or whatever, which I found another song, but I just never got curated those ones in my feed. So as I was researching and being like, oh, I want to refine these shorts, I was like, thumb challenge, you know, finger swipe thing, and I found other ones and they used a different song, and I was like, So I was like, I'm just gonna use the one I know, and then hopefully it'll be fine. But the problem now is with the beautiful YouTube monetization stuff, and copyright stuff, it's really weird, I don't know if you guys deal with this either, where if you use the difference between just having a regular YouTube video and a YouTube short has different like legal rules somehow, where if you do like a a short video like a YouTube widescreen video, that's subject to regular copyright and free use laws and fair use and all that. But if you do it as a YouTube short, then it actually has different rules that apply, where it's like you can use the sound, but the original music composer will then have a revenue split between, it's like a three-way revenue split where it'll be YouTube getting the money and all of that how that works, plus the original composer, I don't know what to write that, the original music person, and then there's me. So if I use this and unless I get mega huge numbers, then it'll be whatever that is divided by whatever these get, whatever these guys get. That'll just mean that I just get a little bit. So, but if this is a regular YouTube video, then I don't know if this person actually gets the money, but at least then YouTube can then say, nah, you're not supposed to make that as a video, because someone else owns it. Welcome, Irish. It gets complicated, so I'm just trying to figure it out. I just woke up this morning being like, wait a minute, is this gonna work? So I looked on I don't know, you're gonna get me on this, but I looked up on Gemini, trying to figure this out, where I wanted to use this song, but it's like, can I use this song in a video and monetize it? And it's like, not really, but it's to standard copyright laws, with copyright claims if you do it. And then I was like, well, what if you do it as a YouTube short? And it's like, oh, well, yeah, then you can do that. That's fine. Yeah, no problem. Just make sure it's on the YouTube Shorts audio library, which I have to find at its own website, kind of, basically. I couldn't find a link from YouTube to this. So maybe there is, but it's like I have to find some wormhole to get to it. And anyway, you find that website, and then it has all the YouTube Shorts that are, with this licensing agreement for this particular song that I wanted, where YouTube plays the license and then the monetization is shared. This is all old news. Nothing here is revolutionary, but just want to let you know that all the kind of stuff I would have to deal with as a content creator to know about all of this, to let you guys know how the sausage gets made in a way that's like, this is so. Because I tried to figure this out with. I did a Hatsune Miku song last year, and I was like, can I even do that? And I was like, I guess if I do it as a short, then it's morally okay. But if you do it as a regular video, then it's like, no. Then you will get a copyright ID claim. So, yeah, the original people of the label can then choose to prevent you from monetizing the video, unless it's in this special YouTube Shorts audio library, then it's more or less okay. But then I won't get 100% of the money that I probably would be getting anyway. So that, at least I just won't get a copyright claim on me, and then, 3 strikes you're out with your channel with that. So, yeah. So anyway, it's my hand. So anyway, that's all to say, I'm not sure if I can do it on a live stream now, because that's not a YouTube short format. So I don't even know if I can even play this song that I wanted to show that I'm using the song. Yeah, I want to say, yeah, again, like, I'm not sure if I can even just play this in the live stream of the song that I want to do for the YouTube short just because of all of that. So we'll have to do my version and then animate towards that, and then I guess edit it later to have it then work, I guess, or try and modify either have this start earlier or later, because I can't see where the beats are slightly off. Not actually too bad, but I'm sure like later they'll get a little bit off. Yeah. And this one I didn't make it actually long enough, so I'll go back into yeah, might have to go back into MuseScore and make a longer version. MuseScore 4. And open that. Probably should have done that a little earlier. And I make it twice as long, I guess. But yeah. It's all the fun of legality. Okay. I think we're good. Here's the song. I can turn this song off. Oh yeah, that's just the drums. So I think I wanted to mute the... We'll get to animating, but I just want to make sure that I get everything else. Move up! I had to drag it. I just want to make sure that marimba is muted. Okay. Yeah, as long as we're all on the same page there. Looks like marimba's muted. Xylophone. Everything's muted now. Why is that not? Right. Okay. Move that over page view. Continuous. Okay. So what I just want to do is just copy paste all this from here. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I mean, this is just a temp. It's just a beat, and then I can then later add the melody afterward. So I just want to paste this maybe 2 to 3 times, just so it's longer than I need to, because that's always better. Hello. No, I don't want to preview that. Because I didn't do this. Because I was dealing with all the homework and seeing if I can get that song set up. So I want to make sure. I guess I could just delete it. And then I'll just cut it for now and then make it a song. Save it. Export to a, not a PDF. Let's do a wave. Export. Put it into my folder. I guess I can turn my other music on. Turn that down a little. Okay. So what I want to do is put it into my folder. Do that. Call it longer exporting. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, that's that. Why is it over there? Okay. Toon Boom. Import. Sound. Longer. Ping. And then we'll delete the other one. Delete. Yes. Can't rearrange the layers, but it's alright. Okay. So now we got this to be a little longer. It goes for 700 frames. Okay. So now we got okay. So obviously it's a little bit off, but we'll do that now then. Adjust it. Okay. Should we just start from the beginning? Let's see. Looks good. Thank you. Hello. Let's see. Let's make a background first. Let's call it. Let's just call it background. Just to get something going on here. So it's not a gray void. I can tell what's going on. What I want color. Get a new color here. Maybe we could do a gradient, like some. I'm thinking of like a blue, something nice. Blue, green. Let's see. How's the music? I know it kind of turned it down a little. I can rotate it. Okay. So a big background. Okay. Cool. That's what I want. It's probably to put it in behind depth. Okay, so when you render it, it'll look like that. Okay. Okay. All right. So I need this to extend its exposure to the end of time. I also added a camera, so with the camera I can move it around. I'm moving the camera around, and so the background's kind of moving. So I was thinking of maybe having some of them where like they kind of like swoosh like over to the side or something. I don't know. Like at the end of one, like between here to here, the camera will kind of zhoosh, and then the bubble will be here, and so you'll be able to then go from touching here and then go whoosh, and then go to here. I don't know if I want to have that as in transition, but at least that'd be an option, maybe? I don't know. Or just keep this as dirt simple as possible. I'm just over thinking again, as I do. Get so tired. Okay. Yeah, let's just work on the first one. So, what we'll need is... let's add a peg onto Derpy here. Just like move her off to the side for the beginning. Then we'll wait for it to start the first thing here in this frame. So I'll need this front facing frame and place it here. Set that peg. See if that works. Okay. And then she should disappear after that. That's fine. So I always like to set it up in a way where I can... I think I'm gonna get rid of her hat. There you go. Hair looks short. Okay. I'm just very quickly doing all this. So how you guys doing? Just making that. Okay. Just adjusting things as I go. Don't worry about all these little bubbles. They get not rendered. This is what a render would look like. What your video will actually look like. But for me to actually animate, I kind of need these little bubbles to move them around. Okay. They're just control points, basically. And she exists till there. For whatever reason, Toon Boom likes to say, hey, I know that you try to extend things, but you had an exposure on a element that got away. I'll put it back for you. You didn't. You would rather want it there, right, than not, right? Let's also make this as an element. This little bubble, I guess, here, which I did in the thumbnail, but the problem is I made the thumbnail in Flash, so I'll have to recreate it. So this will be the touch ring, I guess. Get that a peg. And so this will be like a inner circle and then like 2 outer rings that are kind of get less and less visible. Something like that. Okay. So I need a new kind of white solid, kind of white blue solid, maybe. Okay. So we'll fill this one in, and then another one, and then another one. Oh, we're gonna get rid of that just so I can see if I'm centered. I can tell by whether or not these align and whether or not these align. Okay. And then I had them in different elements, and I could like have each one be transparent or like add a transparency thing to it. Trying to think how I want to have that work. What do I want? 'Cause that's directly in the center, which kind of be your forehead, so I'll have to move that up. That's why I have it more down. But the bubble's right in the middle, so I'll have to move Derpy up for that part. Okay. So I'm just going through this and trying to go through this fast so I can get through all the assets and creation stuff first, and then we can animate it. So I don't want to do this. So it kind of goes. Yeah, another thing would be like whether or not you want to have the visual. This is like the tutorial, and it'll be like have the thumb there. Maybe I'll do that. Not now. And then 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Would you still want the little ring there for all of them? So that's kind of the point, is that you're doing it. Because if you just watch it, you'll be like, that doesn't make any sense. Unless you physically put your thumb there. So, what do you guys think? There's so many things I have to consider that I'm just trying to lighten and low just for myself with you guys while you guys are here, and I'm not trying to scramble just on my own sanity. Or you just think that I'm just doing fine and don't need any help from you guys, and that's also weirdly valid too. Okay. So we have Donka. So I think on the cause I want stuff to happen. Hopefully I did that right. So make this half as big and then copy this onto here. So that's okay. I can make it like bigger and then smaller. And then small. Make this one big. And then copy these over to here. Does that even make sense? I feel like I want to make this sooner. And then maybe have like another frame right before. Copy. There we go. It's weird it doesn't really feel what I was thinking. If I can't do this, then I can't do the rest of this. So I have to... Probably that there is somewhat of a... Just not sure if it needs to... It does need to grow, but then it needs to... I don't know if I need to just have it immediately regrow, so I can get rid of these. Yeah, that's more of a... Excuse you. Yeah, it feels more like a tap, I think, by having it be like a bump, and a bump, and it grows back. So like there's more of a recoil where it actually gets small and then goes boop, like it has, like kind of this kind of whoop whoop kind of motion. Rather than being like done ka, it's like a done. And then maybe regrow. Make sure that this feels good. What do I think? I'm stressing myself out with all this. Okay. It's not that hard. Get rid of the storyboard. It's a little hard. A little distracting there. That's what it's gonna look like. So maybe I should change brighter. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. And then copy that to here. I got the double music going on. See if I can just feels slow, so I could probably make it 2 frames earlier. Yeah. That's also like a good rule of thumb with animating. That's when you're dealing with audio, is that you get a... I don't know why it works, but you want to have the visuals be faster than the audio. It's like I don't know how to describe it, but that's just what I've seen and heard around. You see that a lot with like lip sync, is that lip sync is animated visually faster than the audio. So it's like their mouths open before you hear it. Even if they're making the different shapes, like an and then fliff and you know, or they're different, more elaborate mouth shapes. But it's like, okay. Yeah. How is that? I don't animate them. of that kind of lip sync style. So I animate it like exactly where as I hear it, like it'd be ka, and then I like open it to be that mouth shape there, and then a ka, you know, as I go along. I never really did retime it, so I don't know. Maybe I should get rid of that. And the good thing with all of this is that most of this is going to be a lot of repeats, so, or loops, or exactly loops, and yeah. So the good thing is that I can copy paste a lot of this. So if I animate this in Flash, it'd actually be somewhat easier in some ways. If I did this in Adobe Animate, I'd be able to just take this whole chunk and then say, well, even just like this chunk, and say, hey, frames, I'm going to make you into a symbol, and then make you a nested symbol, which will just make all these frames into like one big basket, and then it's like I want to group these together in one thing, and then say, hey, can you, a couple frames here, can you loop? And it'd be like, sure. It'll be just these 10 or so frames, one after another, like, you know, constantly just doing that over and over. And then I don't have to think about it because like it's in one nested thing where it's in a box where that box is just set to continuously do that same animation over and over and over. So then I'll have to be like in Toon Boom, where I have to kind of manually almost pretty much say, hey, I want these frames again, so I have to copy and paste it. The problem is that there is a couple different loop things, and they transform loop, loop transformation, loop timing. There's a couple of these. Whereas like I could put these in. I don't know where to put it. Which order it needs to be in. And there's a couple properties. With this guy. Start, end, loop, loop, repeat, ping pong. So I could say, I guess it needs to be below it. Problem is that it doesn't quite work with, it's a peg, so how's it gonna, it needs to either be in between? Oh, okay. So it can't be on top. Okay. The default is a little weird with that. Let's say I want to repeat to start at 88 and end at, looks like 20, 24, sure. And then see what it does. Let's add more time. Does it keep going? No. Doesn't even play that. Do it. What? Transformation loop. Should be the transformation in here, but I guess it's not. I don't know what kind of transformation it's thinking it wants. But I wanted 8 to 24, which would work between these 8 and 24 is here. And then say repeat. Repeat an offset? I don't know. But it doesn't repeat. Like it doesn't do it. As I imagined with Flash doing. Because there's also the other loops, which might be the timing one. Is it the timing one? Look at that, I got a special orange layer here. So on that same 8 to 24, use the output range. Maybe? No, just do it. And it doesn't do it. Like shouldn't it be doing something here? See, it's like I wanted to. I never got these to really work unless it's actually like a frame by frame animation. But the amount of times that I'm needing to do a frame by frame animation and then also needed to loop, it's just so seldom, like so rare. That's like, I don't get it. So, unfortunately, yeah, I would have to now go through with everything and say, hey, frames, how about you be also over here, please? And then do that as many times as needed. So let's move it forward. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, let's get on to at least the first one. Half hour, 40 minutes in. Okay. Right. Good. Give it a good song. Yeah, alright. Jam out to classical beats by YouTube. Okay. So yeah, actually I do want this to be here, but why does it go away? That's my question. Because that should be that. It is being exposed. It's because it's below her. Because I put Derpy on top. There you are. Peekaboo. So in that case I could move Derpy backward. And if that happened. There we go. I could ever be real big. Something like that. And then can modify some of this. Give it a tail. Give it a back leg. Just because I can't easily touch that. And let's see if I could just extend this just a little bit. Make it a little longer. Okay. So what's my storyboard? What am I even doing in this one? Drawing. Storyboard. We're just poking her in the noggin, and then close her eyes, and she's like, "Oh no!" But then she's like, "Yeah, okay." Oh, you poked me again. How could this have happened? Okay. So on this one. Where's my stuffs? Get rid of big view as I work on smaller. Get the head. Here's like, ugh. Maybe she's like reacting backwards. Let's get a good there. Don't think I can add a different one of these, maybe. Have it be more, something, let's add. Looks like it's underneath, so I guess I can try and edit that as I go. There we go. Now it's above the ring. So maybe that needs to stay there. I'm gonna have to deal with all this now. layering. There we go. And these have deformers. So I can move these around. You got that like donka in your head? I do. I don't know what that's called, where it's like you got auditory like echo-ness. I'm getting something. Oh, okay. I was passed a note. Okay. There we go. I feel like I want to make it a little bit more like and let's add a new drawing here. I'm gonna add a new drawing, and I can do something like this. I feel like I've drawn this like 10 times in my Toon Boom puppets. I just never got around to actually saving it or putting it into a master puppet or anything. So yeah, probably should at this point. Let's make this a little wider. Probably just copy this. Where should go? I'm now working on the other eyelash. Oops. It's a little big. So I can just grab it from here. Okay. Does that look right? Somehow it doesn't. I feel like it's actually supposed to go downward. Can't just do that. Kind of like move it over here and then like wrap it around like that. Yeah, that's right. Why why is this better? That's a good question. Probably some anatomy thing, but I just can't be bothered to figure that out right now. Probably should have made this a little easier to modify. It was a little, probably like drew it, like freehand. And I probably should have done it with, you know, vector points like that. And then I can just say, hey, vector point, how would you go up? And that'd be done. Okay. So let's copy this onto my other one. Delete, paste. Ah! Flip. It's a little off. Let's put you in the right place. And fix all this. Whoa, yeah, that's a lot to deal with here. Okay. Satisfied enough of that. Okay. It's getting there. Have faith. Okay. So we were gonna have it keep going until here, apparently. And copy this onto here. Is that right? Okay. We copied this here to be normal. I didn't want a tween. Copy this. Where have I got it? Here. Okay. That's at least in a more or less stable position for this one. Looks like she disappears before the ring does. So I just delete that, and now we're here. Okay. Let's see. Is that everything? Why is this slow? That's that. That's head. That's body. Okay. I do have a key. Well, yeah, I would have a keyframe because I would have literally everything have a keyframe here. And then we go down, up higher. And then copy these frames. I didn't want it to be a tween, and that's like, I'm not sure if that's a feature that I'm missing. There's so many Toon Boom things out now. I'm like, I want to go back to Flash now. So we immediately cut to the next one. Actually, we should cut here. And then we get rid of Derpy. Derpy Evolve U. That's this one. Delete. Or not. Okay. Or might have to be this one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering if I need to do... good thing is if I get it to be good with like one pass here, where I could just get this good, then I could just have this go on for like infinity if I wanted to. At least for now, I just want to get one-ish good. One good animation. That's the ear. Does the hair not have one? Here. Let's move that. Let's move that, and I can move that. moving down. Maybe we want that snappier. So I'll move that before. And then move that back up if I can. Where would be to reset? Move that up a little bit, and then down, up, drag, follow through. That doesn't work, and we can always just remove one frame, and that always seems to kind of work. Sometimes I had like one too many keyframes, and it's like, just get rid of it. Weirdly works better. Let's add you into the mix, and now I can see that keyframe with that one. See where it's going. Maybe just moving it too much sometimes. Yeah, it's enough so it kind of feels wiggly. I feel like I wanted the ring animation to be faster. Problem is I can't really do that easy without having to maybe get rid of like these frames. Yeah. That's better, but no. Move it to match that there. Here. And then copy these here. Oh yeah, now it's slow. Let's move it 2 over. Feels derpy slow to her animation. So we will also move these forward. I feel like we can have her reset faster and then move these over. Did they all disappear at the same time? No. So we'll need to have Derpy be extended. One more frame. I know you can't see what's going on, and neither can I. If I add a plus, then they both go away there. It's working. Alright guys, so I know that was a lot, and that was a lot of intensity for me to figure that all out. Okay. Okay, that's 1 out of like 6 or something. What do we else got? Got the bubble pop. Got the bubble pop. We got the... Where are you? The button that makes muffins. And then we switch to a swipe up and down kind of arc. We're moving our hair. We're brushing papers off the desk. We're delivering mail. And then we're doing it in a circle. Her eyes are spinning. We're going down a snowball hill. And then we're brushing her teeth. And then it repeats. Yeah. Okay. That's all. Okay. That's should go faster-ish now that I've got some stuff done. At least I'm now learning the timings of it, so it's a little easier. Because if I try to do the real song to actually match it up, then can't do that on the stream, I don't think, without being in legal trouble. So we'll move on with our little metronome. Our don-ka. Don-ka. Okay. So do the bubble. That'll pop. That'd be fun to animate, but I don't know if I want to do it on stream. If that'll be. Trying to think. Because I could probably do some of the other. So that'd be fun. What do I want to just animate now? I think I just want to do the. I want to do this one. Is that alright? So we'll add a keyframe for the peg, which should be this one, on the right frame, which doesn't seem to match up. Yeah, I might have to do like 4 beats, because I think I'm only doing like 2 beats for each of these. Yeah, 4 beats should be good. But again, I'll be able to repeat and loop the animation itself, so that'll be simple. Let's go to the right frame. At peg, and I guess we can copy. Seems like I don't got that frame. Got the frame here. Would there be this one? Put that here. There you are. So I have this swirly in the middle. So you want to be able to see it. I gotta be closer. Yeah, that's another thing I could do with this one is Dabber. Have some little facial or eyeball animation. Or at least making your eyes offset a little bit. A little bit more, I guess. There you go. Where was that? Gonna clear that. Clear that. Okay, so I'm gonna animate her iMaster 1, which also has a keyframe. Okay. So animate her. Moving her eyes a little bit. And as she opens her eyes, just need to be reduced there. You want to get rid of a couple of these. Move that over, move that over. Turn some of these off. Out of that just a little bit. Okay. So this will be the one where her eyes are going in a circle. So I can't exactly do them at the... Well, maybe... Well, yeah, they fall off. If I follow one of them, the other one's gotta fall off the whole eyeball. So maybe they have to be like completely like that. So somehow... Yeah. It's like one's following, but then one's way off or something. I think we were saying that one of them was going to be clockwise, the other one's going to be not. So we'll have to animate that. Not much of a rhythm to that, in a way. Than just going bop, 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 bop. Just like in time, more so, than just straight up rhythm. You know, like there's the one with the mailbox, where it's like, yeah, depends on the exact, like, swipe. I guess with a swirl, it's more or less, or you're just spinning your finger in a, in a motion. Boop, 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 boop. Up to here. Hat. I'm gonna get rid of this hat. Die. Okay. Okay. So we're circling. Your thumb's here and you're going, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, definitely need to be longer. So we will do boop, boop, boo. Add more time there. 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 And then go back to there. Yeah. Okay, and now we play with Derpy to then move, add more exposure to her model. There. Okay. Okay. And so now we can animate her eyes. Up to here, I guess. What did I do? Okay. It was like a white dot instead of a red dot. Welcome back. I animated the start-ish. I got the kind of like pokey part of her, and now I'm working on this one where it's a swirl. So we will individually animate her pupils spinning in a circle up to a certain point. And one's gonna spin like this, and the other one is gonna spin like this. So we'll go clockwise on this one. I'll put it on a tween and then we'll see if that works. And if not, we'll have to hand animate it. Yeah, it's not getting to there correctly. Yeah, welcome back. Sounds like that needs to be zoomed up a little. Yeah, you never know that a lot of these take a lot of effort. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears into all this to get this going. Beep, beep, beep. God. It's not that it's silly, it just doesn't animate well. I mean, it's what I want, but it's like it's. Ugh. They almost need to be in the same motion, but just offset. So you're spinning in a circle, and it's just. One of them is tracking you, but one of them's not. One is telling the truth, and the other tells lies. Kind of want it to be the other way. So we'll just have it up here-ish, and then it's kind of like have it slowly be like a quarter bit off or something. Yeah. Yeah, that works better somehow. If I put my start and end frame here, and then say loop. It kind of slows. So I need to fix these ones. You need to go down here, and you need to go back up. Probably need this to be the end frame. So it's one before the end. So then we don't double up the first frame. You know? Whatever. Okay. Let's move the head, maybe. What should it be doing? Like, should it be kind of like that? Got 2 keyframes. It's kind of like a side-to-side motion with that. First part's good. this needs to be more. And then this needs to be straight up, and then oh, I'm getting dizzy looking at this. Okay, I think we kinda squamble her. I wanna see what the oh, I said womble. I said squamble, CC. Okay. Tickly guess, but not on there. Okay. I feel it's disjointed because her neck's not moving in the same way. Take her whole neck and then kind of like jimmy that from there, or I could use the deformer. Maybe kind of move that from there. Yeah. Let's see, from her head and neck deformer. Let you guys see what's going on, and so I can see it too. Needs to be more just shifted to grab it. Like left and right linear motion rather than going up and down, because we already got that kind of motion. It works. It's probably as long as I probably should be spinning on some of these, because these are probably just be, I mean, they're supposed to be short. They're not supposed to be intricately, you know, detailed in like animation and being like, oh, I gotta like add the hair. I guess I could, but I could spend hours, you know, trying to get this kind of animation to go be perfect. Actually, I probably should actually animate this just real quick. Never mind, I want to make it good. Because that's also kind of the joke, is that it's weirdly okay animated. How'd I do that, or what was I doing? I don't know. Just making sure her hair doesn't fall out of frame. Why is it skipping? Oh, is it cause? Oh, these are Toon Boom's kind of dumb. Curve, line organization, offset, X position, X, Y position. I'll just see in my graph editor here. See if anything jumps out at me. Cause they should be linear, but sometimes they're not. That should be still, I don't know, but it looks like it should be because it's not doing anything. Looks like the length changed there, but it's not doing anything. Okay. You see how it jumps in its one frame? And then it jumps to that frame, that position in that one frame. I'm wondering, why is that the case? I just get rid of it sometimes and hope that if you redo a tween, it'll understand. Oh, I can't untween 2 layers. Can't tween the frame before. And it's still skipping. It should be tweened. Like it should interpolate between these two smoothly as 2 different curves, but it's not. So, cool. Start and okay, I got that one, and then later on we get this. Okay. You're not gonna animate the whole thing today because I don't think I got like a half hour, 40 minutes left. So that's, yeah. We can do one more. I don't want to just do all the same type of ones, but it will be easier. Maybe get some hair physics maybe in this one, so we could do that. Yeah, if I finish this one early, then I'll do the bubble or something. We'll see. Okay. Start with this again. See where we are. So we're gonna start here. So we have the keyframe for this peg, which is separate from this folder group. To which I will need this keyframe copied over to here. There you are. And then, right, we're gonna extend literally everything, which will probably mess up. Oh god, I'll probably mess up everything later on. Oh no. Well, here goes on. I just had to add 2 beats to everything. So you're gonna go there. Okay. I need you here. And then what's happening? I don't need that. I need you here. I need you here. And you here. Yeah, I'll have to probably retime. I'll probably have to get everything timed out with the double ups and then retime it to be exact for each one linearly, chronologically, as I go along. If that's the case, we're going to be around probably 500 frames, which will be calculator. Ugh. Ah. Let's say 550 divided by 24 is about 23 seconds. So less than a half minute. So that's still pretty good. Okay. So someone needs to... You're doing the swipe, which means it needs to start on the other one, right? Or you're starting here and then you're... How does this work? 3, 2, 1, go. And you might be... Swoop, down, up, down, up. And then you're going down here. Unless we do it the opposite way, which means you're going to go up, down, up, down, up. So I haven't done this one yet, so that's fine. But this one, we need to be more or less exact. So I guess I could just add more in the male one and just add more. Well, it still has to be even. Not really, because they could just end on a weird half note, I guess. Yeah. Question is, why do we still see here for quite a while? All the way up to here. Trying to select it, and it said, hey, how about I do not? Add? Nope. F5? Good. Okay. So all we gotta do now is wait for her hair, which be in her head, which be in her hair. Hair. Okay. Let's move her a little bit, actually. Let's move her all down. That'll be this one. Let's move her head. Okay. To be more or less right-handed, and so probably need to move her over, and you're like brushing her hair down, like your thumb. Well, as I could put my thumb onto the screen here, it'll be like that. You can try and imagine it. That can work. Okay. So I could do this. Live. Okay. That's all we gotta do. So we'll be flipped from here, so don't worry about that. That's wrong. So sooner. Trying to think of an arc. In a text. What do you got? Nothing. Nice. Okay. Welcome. How you doing? Don't think I can pronounce that correctly. How you doing? Hey, yo. Got this so far. I could turn off this. So working on it. Work in progress, you know. Got that going. I got the next part going. Got this swirly eyes part going. So I'm working on this hair part. It could be Chinese, but it's definitely not something I'll be able to just easily read. That's fine though. Appreciate you talking in. No, that's still not English either. Let's see. But welcome. What do I got? I got 2. Got you guys. Got you frames. So in here it needs to be swooped up. So now we're going opposite. Let's see if this loops. Yeah, so I've been concentrating. I could definitely talk louder into the mic, I guess. I know I'm not as loud as other streamers, I suppose. Let's see, though. Got the music pretty quiet, too, though. The mixing? Okay. It seems about good. I can barely kind of punch myself up. I am like pretty much as loud as I can probably get. I could probably just speak closer into it. Let's see. I can add a slight gain. Pop it up like 1.5 decibels. Now I'm technically louder. We'll see how that works. Yeah, it just wasn't quite yelling into the mic yet. Yeah. Yeah, it might be your device too, or whatever. Oh yeah? That's good. I'm also talking louder too. Now I'm yelling. I just wasn't yelling earlier. I was focusing on trying to animate. Looks like we get rid of these ones. So we swap to that one, yeah. Okay, so we got that hair part done. And so now I can move head itself. Let me get the frames of that. Actually, let me play with the whole body. So that'll be this part. Which somehow is using a tween when I didn't want it to. Nah. Anyway. Now I'm just gonna be self-conscious about making sure the music's kind of quiet. Thanks, though. Okay. Okay. So we're going down. So I want you and you. I want you and you. I got a background, but that's fine. Promise I need to be zoomed in on here, but then can't see what I'm doing. If I'm zoomed in, I can like do this, which is way harder when I'm this. Let's see. We got eh, eh. Oh, okay. You got less than 1% at 1K and like 40mm drivers on my output. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, yeah. Yeah, I know those 1K 40mm. Yeah. Now that's gonna do it. Let's see. The output 95 to 100 decibels. Okay. Gonna try and make her whole body move. I see that there's a hair glitch, so I'll fix that. Because it swaps to be the beginning here, which I don't want. Hey. Let's see. With around VQ and gain, I get about 115 without distortion, but the driver really does not like that. It becomes a neck warmer. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. I never really know how to... Same with, like, visuals. You can't really... You tune it to, like... You tune in and, like, really dial it in into, like, cool. My monitor in setup works perfect, and then someone else has a completely different setup, and it's like, no, it's not working. And it's like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, am I supposed to... I mean, I could make it louder or more vibrant or whatever to make it work for you, but it's like, well, then the third person's gonna have issues, and so it's like, I can't please everyone all the time, so you gotta please some of the people some of the time. So, yeah. Yeah, I think it's in the description. I can double check there. I got a club. Let's see. Checking. Yes. In link in the description, I got the invite link to the Greenwater Club, and that'll include me, so that'll work. Rather than direct messaging, you can like put it on the my own personal group chat thing. Wow. Okay. Let's do like an expression where she's like, ooh, like an ooh mouth, like an ooh. Do I got that? Why don't I have a circle? Ooh. Looks like we're making a new picture. Let's make that a little smaller. There you go. So that will render, I think. Oh! Let me check it later. Might as well be Madeline McCann. I see. I just double checked it. It's the Greenwater Club. See if I can show it. Would it do anything? No, I don't think so. Yeah, well, channel description? It's in the stream description. Yeah, it's in the description, and then it's the, can't find it, this one. So I guess you can, I guess I could just put that into the chat as well for you. For anyone else. There you go. Okay. Does that work? Okay. Let's see. I guess it'd be whatever account is you last used, maybe? At least that's the way to get to it, and then that'll solve that. Maybe like have her just trying to figure out this animation. I could have her eyes kind of follow. To be like, oh, you pet, and then like your finger would be moving down. Let's move that up. And then as you go up, then it should be like, oh, you're... fingers up here, and then you move them down. Let's do that. Start. End. Loop. I know it's like looping weird, but at least that's the way that'll work. Okay. Pretty pony getting pet. Let's fix her ear. Let's see. So move that over. Usually it's hidden by your hat or something, so I have to... Usually don't have to worry about it. Bink. Okay. So we swap these, so we'll have to make sure when we do the instructions that this starts at the right angle, I guess. So if I do like a 3, 2, 1, go, and if you're up here, but then the animation starts, you know, down or something, then I'll have to revert this to be the opposite way then. Or add more time, or I don't know, figure it out. Okay. So what do we got? There's so much going on. And that's it. Okay. So we got about 3. And it said if we got those ones that work on the bubble. So work on this next. Which I guess can only happen once. Unless his new bubble comes in or something. I don't know. Let me also just quickly look up a reference so I know how to draw bubble pop. Nation reference. Oh yeah. Make just some fruit juice, some mango or something. It's been a bit. I just naturally get hiccups, I guess. Just looking up some pictures real quick, just so I can get a frame of reference before I dive into here and do it all wrong. I wonder if there's like a SpongeBob bubble. If a popping would be nice. Okay, got some from the, I think the, what was it, 2003 or 2004 movie? Looks like it just, okay, got it. Okay. It just is here, and then the next frame is that it's already gone, and then these just kind of dissipate, I guess. The long part now will just be to make a bubble. So that. Design it. Ah. Okay. Let's have it start on this frame. Let's see. Put it right in the center. And kind of milled this around to make it not a perfect circle. Just kind of go bleh, mobile. Okay. So we can do something kind of similar to the sky and just go super there. No outline and make it transparent. I feel like I want some sort of outline actually. Let's go back and then just make the outline way thinner. Like that. Feels better. It's more solid. Bring it down, and then we add the details on a new sublayer. So I can do the outline color, which I guess is that. Here's the highlight. I guess depending on how small or big it is, it'll depend on how shiny it basically is. So these are opposite. If I remove more of these, I can make it smoother. That. Okay. Bubble. Okay. So it's going to exist until this frame. And so punk here. We had a new new frame of it here. It would, I guess, does it get bigger? And then we got little, I don't know if they're like shards, because I could do like something like that where they're little, these kind of shapes, or are they more blunt, I guess? Guess I could do it with this, and then just not taper it. Taper is how it's like this, where it goes to a point. guess this, but then just make it smaller. And then the same. Actually, I can recolor it later. So, I think a little shorter, maybe a little thicker actually. And then we'll just make a whole parade of these guys around. Just going around the edge. Keep thinking of Wii Sports music off of this. And I can go back to the other layer and recolor it to be that. And you. Punk, punk, punk. In 2 frames, do another frame. Oh, it needs to get farther away. Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah, if we get the Discord set up, I'd love to see that as a picture. I'll have to be sent that. Oh, that sounds actually really cool. Ugh. There's like an app for like the Wii phone kind of thing. I tried that for a bit and was like, that is pretty cool. I don't know if I can see myself actually using that for just regular use. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would. What I'm gonna do is then get rid of all of these guys for the next frame. I guess I can get rid of these outer ones too. And then make these bigger. And then it's gone. Let's get rid of storyboard. Let's see. And then it would swap to the next screen, just immediately be like, oh, just popped a bubble. Can't see the other little lines. Yeah, they're just really tiny. Big ones are there though, so that's good. Okay. It takes a while to get used to it. Unconventional gestures. Yeah. If you like Wii stuff, I did a Wii Sports Resort, and I've done a bunch of Wii games on my channel. It's stream games. Ooh. Let's see. I think the latest I played was Nintendo Land on Wii U. Okay. Let's see how this is, and then my arm's so tired, so we're gonna take a break. We're gonna end it there then. Let's see. Let's see. And if you go in there, I think there's some rules channel, and then you can read through all of that. Yeah, there's like a guidelines at the top. There's a rules and list of rules. Yeah, if it's anything that's more mature, then we won't take kindly to that, I suppose. Let's see. So I'll just play this a couple times with the animation, and then we'll go to toaster time, and then we can talk about more more general stuff. Bonka bonka. We got that one, we got that one. I got that one. Yeah, that one. So, let's play without the storyboards, just so you can see the animation-y ones. If I can click once more, show what I actually have animated. A little easier. And then one more. Yay! So, somehow I'm gonna have to get this done between schoolwork. And I'm not sure how that's gonna actually work out. So, I'm in college, so I'm having to do a lot of homework every day. And then also try and do this. And try to keep these way in the back burner, like way in the back for this hobby stuff. Make sure I get everything done. Problem is that everything's been, I guess we'll go to a step for this. Everything's been so staggered with the, not releases, but like the assignments. So, everything's on a weekly schedule, but everything is. So it becomes way harder to keep up. Let me get some more of that hiccup juice I got. Whoa. Wow. That's too bad. Let me get music. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Welcome back, White. Okay, now I'm just gonna focus on you guys. So, in a conversation, we can go for another half hour, 20 minutes or something. I can hang out with you. And not have to worry about trying to draw and talk to you guys. So, let's see. Okay. Whew. Let's see. I'm just gonna go back up. You dropped out to become a DJ. Oh, I thought DJ LOL was a thing. One unit. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can link that through Discord, not through here. Guess I could take that a look. You know what kind of music I like? These kind of weird atmospherical sambas. Yeah. It's okay. Let's see. Yeah, the problem is that I had, over 10 years ago, I went to college for community college. I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do. I was more like in the art field, so I was like, oh, I could just do more animations as my job. That'd be great. And then I went to the community college, and I was like, hey, let's do graphic design, which is way, way different than just straight up cartoons and animations and movies and such. Graphic design is more like products, posters, graphic t-shirts, yeah, signs. A lot more with like just general stuff. So yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I went ahead and just did it, but I was like, wait, what kind of jobs can I get now? And I was like, oh, not really great. And I applied for a whole bunch of different things and couldn't get anything. Like, I got ghosted like on every single one of them that I applied to. So I was like, okay. So yeah, I never heard like, not even like a, hey, thanks for applying, sorry. Like, I never even heard any of that. So I was like, okay. So I eventually did find a job with trophy engraving. And I was like, that's weird enough to work. That'll keep me busy. And I got that and worked on that for like 3 years. And then I was like, maybe I should go back to college. So Now I'm currently enrolled now with my first quarter. So now I'm doing more video game animation college. So I'll be able to hopefully on my resume be like, oh, I went to this school, and say, hey, look at this. I know how to animate, and if you want to do video game animations or cutscenes or whatever it is, I'd be like, I can probably do that. At least for now, in the first quarter, they're just trying to do just very, very primitive art skills, which I've already done since the community college and even some in high school. So it's like, okay, can you draw a cube in perspective? And it's like, oh god. Like, yeah. Don't make them too deep, you know. Yeah. Let's see. But you did. Just made a poster. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Yeah, definitely never got that bad. Yeah, Foregone. Still having fun with it. Still interested in what I'm doing. Let's see. Yeah, my new short of like this animation should hopefully be. I would want it to be done by next week, but with everything else going on, especially the midterms are coming, it's like I gotta start working on those. So yeah, so probably after this, I'm gonna just work on 1 or 2 art assignments. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I gotcha. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still hopeful. Yeah. Probably whatever the Pollyanna. whatever that means. I'll look that up just to make sure. Is that like happy through the sad or something? I do remember from the Mother video game. Irrepressible optimism and a finish. Oh, a tendency to find good in everything. Something like that. So I still have a little bit of Pollyanna. Yeah. Not gonna give in to despair yet. Yeah. It's still fun. It's just the critiques, you know, you just have to really let go. Because the problem is that with we do art critiques where we put all of the whole class artwork on a board, and then we say, hey Yoshi, how about we talk about yours in front of everyone? And it's like, they'll point out and say, hey, that square is not a square. And it's like, oh no. So you get all embarrassed in front of everyone. Yeah. So you gotta like really remove yourself from the equation, even though they're directly talking about you and directly making eye contact. It's like, uh-oh. So yeah, I'm learning all the, yeah, exactly. Learn all the traditional skills first. Like my college animation professor worked on some 90s Disney movies as an in-betweener. So he got all the way into Florida with Disney animation and worked on some couple of those features. So, yeah, that whole workspace there is, you know, bozed over. Like, they're not using that anymore. Now there's just like the California studio with all the 3D animation. So even though if I'm learning all the stuff that he learned, you know, what we're doing is like 2D animation right now. So I was like, okay. Like if I, you know, stop and get a job right now with what I've learned in the college now, I'll be like, pretty not transferable kind of skills. with yeah, the exact chat market stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'm reading your messages now. Yeah. Yeah, I think my college though, like everyone wants to be there, or they just find it too hard to get themselves motivated to work sometimes. A lot of like I had like my whole role in the animation class was like one didn't show up, so and then one of them had like a mouse when we're all using Wacom tablets, and the thing is that we had the pens, like the tablet pens that would go with the tablet for the Wacom tablet, the Cintiqs, in the library. And so what I guess we're supposed to like each time go to the library, pick up a pen. You can only carry it out for like check it out for like one day. So I guess that's annoying, but it's better to at least do that than say like, whoops, I don't have my pen today. And then never decide to be like, maybe I should go there. They were like, oh well. I guess I can't do the in-class lab work that I'm sitting here in. And then some of them were literally just twiddling their thumbs. And then not paying attention. Like, not even paying attention either. And I was like, wait a minute. Like, there's... That was that they also just want to work on other stuff, or I guess... I don't know if it's too slow or too whatever about it, where like they're not interested in the exact assignments. So I am, because I feel like if I get that strong foundation, then everything else will be simpler, you know. So oh well. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I'm still having fun. It's just, you know, the stress and anxiety this is all coming up with is a little much. But they do make it light. They do have like a lot of pop culture stuff in it. Because like 90% of us are geeks and, you know, super nerds with fandoms. And they recognize that, you know, and it's like, okay, they encourage it enough to be like, cool, you like X fandom? Neat. We're gonna learn about this though. And so if you make something that's a little bit too creative, then they're like, wait a minute. Or derivative or something. Yeah. So they just want to make sure that they keep us in line, but also, I don't know. Yeah. Pursue those interests outside of class, basically. But also be happy that you're interested and all that kind of stuff, and not be like, oh, you like ponies, then you are, you know, you're a bad person. Get out of here. But yeah. See ya. Negative White Flammation. Thanks for always supporting me. Yeah, next week I'm not sure. I know the new Sonic racing game came out, but it was too quick for me to get that downloaded and everything for this week, so I don't think I need anything new to occupy my time. I'm full. So it'll be October. So I guess next month might do something spooky. I don't know. I was even thinking of like doing Five Nights at Freddy's or something. I've never actually played them. So I don't know. Put that as a possibility. Put a pin in that. Or do what we did a couple of years ago and do like some MS Paint and spookiness drawings or something. I don't know. A little too full to think about it right now. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta catch up. Oh, you wrote so much. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So, the other way to do things. You're up, man. Okay. Well, thank you. Thanks for keeping the chat alive. Yeah, no problem. No, it's good, yeah. I mean, you can see how many people are in chat, so it's just kind of us right now. So I've been streaming for like over 5 years or more. Never really got a hold on a large amount of people yet. That's okay. I think I said it a couple times too. That's yeah. I would rather have a couple people that I can intensely have a one-on-one than 1,000 people that I can't respond to at all. You know, like I want to give everyone fair enough attention. You know, so it's like if I have like 100 people yell at me all at the same time, I think that wouldn't be that great. So I do get like 100 video views per VOD. So hi VOD watchers. You can come chat live and then participate if you want. Yeah, but you guys are super supportive, so I appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, the problem is that I kind of got popular too quickly. Like my second or third year of animating on YouTube, I got a video on Equestria Daily, and without even me knowing, like they didn't contact me or anything. They were like, "Hey, check out this new video by Yoshi Greenwater," and I got way too much attention off of that. I got too many subs and like a lot, and then I made my most popular video at Derpy Test, and then that now has 4 million views, but I was still not skilled or really great at animating at that time, so there's a lot of animation errors in it, and it's like, oh man, too bad everyone has seen, you know, my cringy, you know, teenage years of trying to animate. Probably that I would like people to now see what I'm doing now, because I feel like I'm way more experienced and, you know, putting so much more effort into things. Like I got my movie that I'm releasing in chunks, but those have slowly trickled down, and it's yeah. Would like those to get more attention, so if you're here, yeah, you can spread the word and say, hey, you know, put that, but yeah, you can put that in your social medias or whatever, and say, hey, check out Yoshi Greenwater. He's got cool things that he worked really hard on. So that'd be a little better. Especially now that I am technically unemployed, so because I did have to quit my job at Trophy Engraving to pursue college, so I'm not working there now. So now it's like, oh great, I'm now not really thriving as well as I was. So now I gotta like more rely at least on these other sources, at least to just not to fall back down. Did accrue a lot, and probably will take a while, but yeah, would like to at least keep that stable. Where I can yeah, there's YouTube money. I said that at the beginning of how YouTube likes to take a big chunk and withholds it until you get $100 at least, and so the at least is really hard for my videos aren't splashing. They're just kind of like dipping your toes in and be like, oh, the water's cold, oh well. So yeah. Reading all your stuff. That's my reading your comments song. Yeah. The people that follow me aren't the kind of people you want. Okay. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. I technically have employment with Midnight Mares, which is a long development project. I can link that if you're uninformed. I was gonna say uninterested, but you're not. That's the website. That's the trailer. That's the YouTube channel. So I've been working with these guys for like 5-ish years. How do I just share this? I guess I can do the URL. Yeah, Midnight Mirrors. So I've done a couple trailers and a couple videos with them. So I'm employed with them, but it's just one guy really running it, and he's got his own business and family to take care of, and he's somewhat self-funding it. So it's he's relied on Patreon and all these Kickstarter stuff way at the beginning of like 2014, and we're still not done with the 30-minute pilot animation. So, but he's still, you know, like, oh yeah, I'll pay you soon, you know, just look out for my payment. And like only really recently, like this year, has he been like, maybe I should hire another animator. Like it's been me for like 3-ish years, 3-4 years, working on my own as the only animator. Yeah. And then I was like, you know, we really should. If we want this done this century, maybe you should hire someone else to at least help with me. So now I'm working with actually 2 animators and a background artist that's kind of hard to contact. So it's more or less coming together. Yeah, can you spell that out? I'm not sure what that exactly, if I know about what that is. I'll look that up. It's, like I don't know what I taught exactly. All terrain open transport? No. And like where's the other T? Or at tuck on no, apparently not. Not enough to no, not enough. Like I'd watched maybe like a parody video of the first episode. My dad I think watched more of it, but I wasn't interested. What was I gonna? Were you gonna lead into that with something else, or you just thought that was interesting? I just want to know. So I got a lot more mini-mirrors to explain with that if you want. But yeah, basically we're just trying to slowly trudge through that. And I become the animation director, but I'm too particular, and I want it to be animated as if I animated it. So I guess I'm at the other end of how the college professors are, where they're critiquing me in a way that's like, no, you're not drawing the way that I would. So I was like, uh-oh. So let's see. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Attack on Titan bears. Well, yeah, there's horses in the anime. That's the first thing that showed up. You're saying animation? Okay, that's a charrette. Whoa, what a big horse. Okay. Oh, it died. No! Spoilers. Maybe we should find a different search engine. But anyway, yeah. Charrette died. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Charrette was a horse ridden by Dieter Ness during his career as a member of the Scout Regiment. Yeah, I'm sorry, I have no idea what's going on. Oh no. Legacy. It was so fast. Whoa, 75 to 80 kilometers an hour? Wow. Okay. Huh. How'd it die? I don't know. Okay. Where'd my music go? There it is. I got suddenly exhausted. Okay. Yeah, I gotta have more energy so I can finish my homework. So, usually kind of end around here anyway. So, yeah, if you want to join in the Discord, I'm not super active, but there's plenty of other people that probably will be. So, you can chat with them. Find your account and whatever. And, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not exactly in DMs, is like I like knowing people a little bit better. Before just sliding in there. So, but yeah. Oh, I see you now. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. You already filled up. Yeah. Okay. Now I see. Yeah, you filled up the whole general there. Wow. Pretty good multitasker there. So yeah, yeah. You can definitely chat with them. Definitely talk with Star, and some other regulars there. Didn't quit it there. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready to log off here. So, thank you so much for joining then. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. Alrighty. Yeah, alrighty. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Next month will be Spooky Month, so I'll do something fun for that, possibly. Try and get this animation that I've started last week. Started working on it, really animating it today. Try and get that done soonish. Next couple days, and then yeah, we'll see. I'll figure out what to do next week. So yeah, thank you guys. Yep, see you VOD watchers. Yeah, bye bye. Yeah, see you next week. All right, thank you. Yeah, sorry, just can't pronounce your name, so thank you so much. All right, see you then. Bye bye.